up today. I think I'm turning into an old woman because I have allergies. I woke up with a headache. Can't breathe out of both of my nostrils. I literally took Flonase. And yeah, so it'd be like that. And my back still hurts. Like back problems, allergies, can't breathe. Anyways, let's get into it because this video series still has to go on. And I'm avoiding homework so I can do this video. And it's my day off. Without further ado, this is the second video because the first one was more a brief introduction of my financial literacy series, which aka is I'm teaching you about money, credit cards, stocks, from this knowledge that's very limited. So I'm going to give you a brief overview because I'm going to put in the description down below more videos and resources that I've used to continue your education or continue digging yourself into a rabbit hole, because I cannot give you all the answers. I can only give you a summary of it, and I want you to do your own research, obviously, because doing presentations for students, if I bombard them with too much stuff, they literally clock out within the first 10 minutes. So without further ado, let's do this. In this video, I'm going to talk about credit versus debit cards, okay? And so I'm going to talk about the key differences between both of them and the common mistakes that you can avoid and why is it important. So first, with debit cards, is that it's linked to a bank account. Technically, I don't know, I got this from ChatGPT. There's no debt that you can gain with debit cards, but the one thing that can happen is that an overdraft fee could happen, which basically, let's say you have a Chase bank account or Wells Fargo. You buy something, you have $10 in your bank checkings account, you have $10 in your checkings account, and then you get canes for 15. And, you know, do the math, now you have -5 showing up in your bank. That means there's an overdraft fee. So that can happen. So technically you can get some debt while having a debit card linked to your bank account. Next is obviously there's immediate withdrawals. You can take the money out quick, you know, from the ATM, you could Zelle, X, Y, and Z. Some of the cons though with using a debit card is that there's not really fraud protection. It's very limited. So for example, if someone took your debit card, skipping ahead. If someone takes your debit card and they utilize it, I don't know, they stole it and they buy themselves a new motorcycle for some reason, it's going to be a little bit harder to fight for that, you know, to get that money back while compared to a credit card. Next is using a debit card does not build credit. It's literally it's like using your piggy bank. You broke your piggy bank and you use that money to buy something. You're not building credit and you're not bringing up your FICO score. And so it's like if you got money out of, you know, how some people used to hide money underneath the bed, which I hope you're not doing that. If your family is still putting money underneath the bed, throw it in a high-yield savings account or something. Do not let it stay at home sitting. It's depreciating in value anyways. My nose. Next. The fact that I'm still doing this video with allergies is crazy. Next is credit card. I'ma look into your eyes, wherever your eyes are. Credit card is not free money. It is borrowed money that you have to pay back sooner or later. The sooner the better. I've had people tell me it's free money. It is not. There's nothing free in this life, y'all. Credit card is borrowed money that you have to pay back. And on top of that, there could be interest. This interest is basically extra money you have to pay back. So a scenario that I always use is, let's say I let you borrow $5 and you take forever to pay me back. And I'm like, you know what? Because you take forever to pay me back and you didn't pay me back within this month, I'm adding $5 on top of that. So guess what? The $5 you owed me is now 10. And let's say next month you only pay me like $5. but then you're still taking forever to pay me back, and so I added $5 on top of that. Now you owe me $10 despite paying me back $5, which is the original amount you borrowed. And so every year I just keep adding every month I just keep adding $5, and next thing you know, you're not even paying the amount you borrowed. You're just paying me now, which is what happens with credit cards. But backtrack, because I'm already scaring you to use a credit card. Credit cards have pros to them. One is that you can build your FICO score, which is your credit score, which is kind of like, if I could say it in the most simplest terms, if you're getting graded based on the history, which is a FICO score, you're getting graded based on how you use your cards. Having like an 800 credit score is like an A, and 700 is like a B, and then 600 is like a C, and then so forth and so on. And so the higher your FICO score, the better the grade, the better your credit score is, essentially. And so, one, it builds credit history. Two, it's better fraud protection. And so I have a couple of credit cards that I've used. So when I turned 18, I believe I used the Discover student card, and then I don't know what's my path. I had a couple credit cards here and there, and then now I have Amex. And so let's just use Amex for an example. When I had to do a fraud, I called them and they helped me throughout the whole process, and like calling them back and forth, they really stay on top of it. And so shout out to Amex for their fraud protection. I was able to get my money back, especially on big purchases. Like, I knew I was paying something really expensive, and then they kind of effed me over. But I called Amex, and Amex had my back. Sometimes I be having conversations with not the sales representative, the credit card representative, fraud protection department, and they're funny, and they get me. Because last thing you want is someone messing with your money. If someone's messing with your money, especially on a credit card, call them, because you're using their money. Exactly. Just think of it as like government people. Our taxpayers' dollars goes to them so that they can represent us. So same thing with credit cards. You utilize their service, call them if something is wrong. Don't hesitate. Be like, give me my money back. Anyways, now obviously there's pros and cons to both of these cards. And so the cons for credit card is that, as I said earlier, some people think it's free money, which it's not. It's not free money. I'm repeating this like 6 times already, I hope. But the risk that a lot of people get into is credit card debt. It compiles. You're using money that you don't have in the bank. If you only have $100 that you just got out of your paycheck, and you spend $200 on AirPods or shoes or whatever, you're obviously not going to have money to pay that back. The 100 minus 200 is negative 100. And just imagine you keep doing that every single month. Your credit card debt is going to like skyrocket into space with Katy Perry. I don't know. She went back to space. So yeah, you keep piling up your credit card, it's gonna go up there with her too. Obviously. So the next question people usually ask me is that, okay, you gave me the pros and cons to both. Is there one that I prefer? Is there a preference if I use credit or debit card? And personally, I would, if I had the money in the bank, like if this is my bank or how you, obviously don't tap into your savings account, but if I had a checking account solely for purchases and groceries and stuff like that, I would actually use, and by the way, this if you have enough money in the bank account, I would use everything on a credit card, because there are some cards that you can get points on, like everyday purchases, gas, groceries, travel. There's travel cards, like there's credit cards for everything, you name it, you got it, and you can get points and rewards for those. So for example, you can get like 5% cash back, so you're getting money to use the card because they benefit you from them using it, and so everyday purchases, you could use cards to purchase. While you swiping that damn card, is what I'm trying to say. While you swiping that card, you get points that you can use for travel. You can use it to book hotel rooms. You can book it to rent a car, and that there's even like rental car protection through that credit card. And so I find that credit cards are very, very reliable, and they are your best friend. But obviously, if you don't know how to use a credit card and you abuse it, like any other friendship that you have, if you're mean to your friend, you don't use it, you don't understand them, you don't not study them, but like know them as a person. If you don't know your credit card, you're obviously gonna get yourself in credit card debt, and then you're gonna look at the credit card and you're gonna blame the credit card and be like, "You're the reason why I'm in crippling debt." No, you're the reason why you're in crippling debt, because the credit card is not swiping itself unless someone stole it. Now that's fraud protection. That's when, oh my god, my nose. that's when fraud protection has to come in. So other than that, no, I don't think credit cards are the villain here. I think we are. We are the villain. We are the downfall of our own debt. But obviously, if you're like, hey, I know I don't have the money in the bank, like I'm scared to use a credit card, then that's fine. You know, like budget wisely using your debit card with the money that you have in the bank. Budget. You have a lot of resources online that can help you. AI can help you. ChatGPT can help you. There's a bunch of free templates out there. Follow Instagram accounts that I should probably link that down below. I'll link down below some of my favorite content creators online that I follow that has helped me a lot, because I'm first gen, so me learning how to utilize money is a journey. And so yeah, if you're like, hey, I'm not really towards the credit card side, I want to stick with the debit, I would say use both. But you know, as of this moment, you know, just use your debit card, budget wisely with what you have, and only use your credit card if you have the money in the bank for online shopping, because just in case something happens, your fraud protection, especially travel. If you're traveling somewhere, like put that on the credit card, because those are big purchases. Let's say you have an emergency, a very emergency, like for example, you're driving and next thing you know, your tire flies off the highway and goes off the railing, you know, like, yeah, you gotta fix that. It's your car, you know. And hopefully, knock on wood, I'm just making up scenarios at this point. And of course, only use a credit card if you can pay it in full. It is very easy, trust me, been there, done that. It is very easy to use your credit card, and next thing you know, you're compiling a bunch of borrowed money, and as compound interest. There's always a catch to everything, cookies. But overall, in summation, in summary, in conclusion, remember that when you use a credit card, to always pay it in full. Don't use credit cards as extra cash, because it's not. And the big message that I want you to take away from today's video is that neither cards are better. It's just how you utilize them, and treat them as your friends, your close friends, your family. Study both of them, how you utilize them, what benefits that each card does. Don't be scared to do different companies, whether that's Chase, Wells Fargo's, Amex. I'm over here name dropping. Who else is out there? Amex, Sapphire, that's Chase. But you get what I'm saying. Don't be loyal to one company. The company's not even loyal to you. So don't be afraid to do your own research, you know. And yeah, so I will go ahead and drop that information down below so that you can continue your research, and also some Instagram accounts, because who doesn't love a good content creator that teaches you how to utilize money? But yeah, thank you for watching my video. I hope you can breathe. Oh my god, it's Easter. I hope you can breathe today from both of your nostrils, and you guys have a good, happy Easter. Bye, cookies.